I looked everywhere for a colouring book that could actually cheer me up, but it didn't exist, so I made one. And in this video, I'm going to take you on the exact journey of how Blissful Vibes was born, from a tiny spark of an idea to holding a finished book in my hands. And by the end, you'll not only see why I created it, but you might actually want to grab a copy for yourself. It all started on one of those days, you know the ones, when everything just feels a little heavier than it should. I wanted something simple to sit down and grab my markers and lose myself in a world of cute characters and uplifting messages. Something that would make me feel calmer, lighter, and maybe even a bit hopeful again. But when I started looking, nothing quite hit the mark. Some colouring books were beautifully drawn, but so complex they felt like a test rather than a way to unwind. Others were simple, but page after page of patterns with no story, no personality, and no heart. And the few that did have characters, they didn't speak to me, no warmth, and they seemed AI generated. And it didn't have the energy I wanted. So I had this thought, well, what if I just made my own? That tiny idea, that stubborn little I'll do it myself moment, would lead to 3 months of drawing, redrawing, and learning more about myself as an artist than I'd ever expected. But here's the real kicker. In the middle of making it, I almost gave up twice. And there's one page in this book that nearly broke me, and I'll tell you about that later. I've always believed that art isn't just something you look at, it's something you feel. It's an experience, a moment, and colouring books are one of the most accessible, beautiful ways to share that. You don't need an art degree to enjoy, you don't even have to be good at art. You just pick up your pens or your pencils and you make something of your own. But what I wanted didn't exist. I didn't just want another adult colouring book that just looked like any other cute colouring book. I didn't just want flowers or mandalas or abstract shapes. I wanted characters with big personalities. I wanted pages that could meet me exactly where I was. Whether I was feeling happy, tired, or sad, or even overwhelmed. I wanted pages themselves to say something to me. So I opened up my sketchbook and started brainstorming. What if each page was an illustration of a cute character? But not just for the sake of being cute. They'd hold a little message, a reminder, something positive. Not cheesy, not forced. Just simple words to uplift you in the quietest, most gentle way possible. That was a seed, and once I had it, I couldn't stop. I told myself, okay, I'll just sketch a couple ideas and see where it goes. And within days, my desk was covered in pencils, pens, scraps of paper, and notes about characters and the messages. But here's the thing about ideas. They're easy to start, but much actually harder to finish. When I first started sketching the characters for Blissful Vibes, I thought this will be fun and easy. Spoiler alert, it was not. The first batch of characters I drew, I didn't like them at all. At all. Something about them fell flat. They didn't have the life I wanted, and I realized if I wasn't smiling while drawing them, how could I expect anyone to smile while colouring them? So I scrapped entire pages, gone. And just like that, I started it again. This became a pattern. I'd draw something, feel proud of it for around 24 hours, then look at it again and think, nope, not good enough. It was frustrating. I'd already spent hours on a page, and here I was throwing it out and starting over. But with each redraw, something shifted. The characters started to feel more alive. Their eyes were softer, their poses more cute, and their surroundings warmer. And the affirmations started flowing more naturally too. Instead of trying to force the perfect phrase, I just wrote what I needed to hear in that moment. Things like, you are enough, be your own sunshine, be kind to yourself. And here's where it got interesting. I poured myself into these pages. The more they reflected exactly what I needed. And on days I felt low, the characters looked more comforting. And on the days I felt light, they came out more playful. But there was this one page that nearly made me quit. It was supposed to be a joyful scene. A cute bear character with ice cream. In my head it was perfect. On paper it was a mess. I drew that bear 5 times. Each time it just didn't look right, too stiff, too awkward, too unlikable, creepy. And that's when I had a choice to give up on it entirely or push through. I chose to push through. I walked away from my desk for a day, came back and started fresh. No pressure, no perfect bear in my head, just drawing for the love of it. And finally it worked. That page went from my most hated one to one of my most absolute favorites. And halfway through creating the book, I realized something. This wasn't just a coloring book for other people. It's one for me too. It was one of my own reminders that creativity is messy, progress isn't linear, and sometimes the only way to get the thing you want is to make it yourself. By month 3, I had a full collection. Every character is unique. Every piece is priceless and a gentle message, and every detail is something I genuinely loved. Before I move on to the next part, if you're listening to this thinking you'd love to bring more positivity into your own creative life, I put together something for you. My free 7-day creative reset challenge will walk you through simple uplifting prompts to get you out of a rut and back into creating with joy. You can grab it using my link in the description and the pinned comment. It's completely free and it's designed to make your creative time to feel like a treat again. Now, let's talk about the moment that everything became real. There's nothing, I mean nothing, like holding your finished book for the first time. When I got my proof copy of Blissful Vibes, I just sat there for a moment, running my hands over the cover. This thing that didn't exist anywhere now existed, and it was exactly what I had wanted all along. Flipping through the pages, I felt this wave of gratitude for the late nights, the frustration, the redrawn pages, and even the bear that almost made me quit. And every single part of the process had led to this. And the best part, I knew that somewhere out there, someone else might be having one of those heavy days. And maybe, just maybe, they'll pick up Bliss Vibes, start coloring and feel a little bit lighter. I made this book for anyone who's ever wanted to unwind, but also wanted a gentle reminder that they're doing okay. For anyone who loves coloring but craves characters with heart. For anyone who needs a little joy on paper. Now, if you're listening to this and thinking, yes, that's exactly what I need, the link to grab Blissful Vibes is in the description and the pinned comment. I promise that it's filled with pages that will make you smile and affirmations that might make you just say exactly what you needed to hear. And if you want to go even deeper, to be a part of the behind the scenes, to see my sketchbook pages before anyone else, to join monthly creative challenges and get exclusive coloring pages and even a physical print, I'd love for you to join my Ko-Fi membership. Inside, you'll get behind the scene peeks at my process, exclusive only Ko-Fi updates, and you'll also get the chance to request specific illustrations, a monthly printable coloring page, a themed creative challenge, and a monthly video lesson. You get access to my private Discord community and an exclusive A5 print posted to you each month, and the occasional snail mail surprise. And that's my way of giving more than just a finished book. It's inviting you into the creative space where books like Blissful Vibes are born. So here's your next step. Grab your copy of Blissful Vibes through the link below, then come join me in the Ko-Fi community, because this journey doesn't have to end when you put down the markers. In fact, it's just the beginning. And if you told me a couple years ago that I'd be here now holding and coloring my own coloring book and sharing it with the world, I wouldn't have believed you. But sometimes the thing that you've been searching for is the thing that you're meant to create. And maybe, just maybe, there's something in your life that you've been wishing that existed too. And if there is, maybe it's your turn to make it.